Every journey begins with a single question. Where am I going? Guidance is the quiet light that helps us find the answer. It's not always loud or obvious. It often whispers in the stillness, waiting for us to listen. True guidance doesn't always reveal the entire path. Sometimes it just gives us the next step. Like a lantern in the dark, it shows enough for us to keep moving forward. The moment we pause and open our hearts to clarity, life begins to align in ways we can't explain. Whether it comes through intuition, experience, or the wisdom of others, guidance reminds us that we are never truly lost, just in the process of finding our way. Guidance often begins from within. Deep down, there's a voice that knows when something feels right or wrong. Yet, in the noise of the world, it's easy to drown it out. The practice of listening to that inner wisdom is an act of courage. It requires trust, silence, and honesty with ourselves. When we learn to pause and reflect, the path becomes clearer, not because the world changes, but because we begin to understand it better. Inner guidance isn't a mysterious power. It's the wisdom born from self-awareness and experience. Every time you quiet your mind, you invite understanding. Every time you listen deeply, you discover the strength to move forward with confidence. We were never meant to walk through life alone. Guidance often appears through the people around us, mentors, friends, or even strangers who share a piece of wisdom at the right time. Asking for help is not weakness. It's a sign of strength. It shows humility and a willingness to grow. When we seek guidance, we open ourselves to perspectives that broaden our understanding. There's no shame in not having all the answers. What matters is the courage to ask the right questions. Every teacher we meet, every lesson we receive, becomes part of the map leading us to our purpose. The greatest journeys are not walked alone. They are shared. Life itself is the greatest teacher. Every success, every mistake, every disappointment is a form of guidance. Sometimes we learn the hard way, but even in failure, there's direction. Each obstacle we face shows us what we need to strengthen, what to release, and what to keep fighting for. Experience refines us. It molds us into wiser, stronger, more resilient versions of ourselves. You may not see it now, but every setback is secretly shaping your next breakthrough. Trust the lessons hidden inside your story. They're not there to punish you. They're there to prepare you. Faith and guidance are deeply connected. When we believe that life has a purpose, we begin to see meaning in every twist and turn. Faith doesn't erase uncertainty. It helps us walk through it. It tells us that even when the road ahead is unclear, there is a reason behind every delay and detour. Sometimes, the path that looks uncertain leads to the greatest transformation. Guidance built on faith reminds us that we don't always need to understand everything to keep moving forward. We just need to trust that we are being led towards something greater than our fear. Guidance requires reflection, time to pause and understand where you've been and where you're going. When we move too fast, we miss the lessons that life is trying to show us. Reflection turns confusion into clarity. It gives meaning to our journey. Whether through journaling, meditation, or quiet walks, reflection allows wisdom to surface. It's in those silent moments that we often receive the direction we've been searching for. Don't rush the answer. Guidance often comes through signs, subtle moments that catch our attention and make us think twice. It could be a conversation, a coincidence, or a quiet feeling that something matters more than we realize. These signs are reminders that we're being supported and that direction can appear anywhere, at any time. The challenge is learning to recognize them. When you stay aware and present, life speaks to you through moments of synchronicity. Pay attention. The universe leaves clues along your path, not to control you, but to encourage you. Guidance is always around. You just have to notice it. Even when you have guidance, fear can hold you back. You may doubt whether the direction you've chosen is the right one. But no one ever finds their path by standing still. The first step is always the hardest, and also the most important. Guidance doesn't guarantee comfort. It gives you the courage to act, despite uncertainty. Every great journey begins with a moment of bravery. Trust the step you're on. The road will reveal itself as you move forward, one choice at a time. When life becomes difficult, it's easy to think we've lost our way. But challenges are often part of guidance. They redirect us when we've strayed too far, or teach us the strength we didn't know we had. Adversity sharpens our vision. It strips away what doesn't matter and refocuses us on what truly does. The storm doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're learning. Keep your eyes open during hard times. That's when life reveals its most valuable lessons. Guidance doesn't always feel gentle. It can also be the push that forces you to grow. Mentorship is one of the purest forms of guidance. A mentor doesn't walk your path for you. They help you see it more clearly. They share wisdom so you can avoid their mistakes and move forward with greater confidence. Guidance through mentorship reminds us of our shared humanity, how one person's experience can illuminate another's darkness. Be open to learning from those who've walked before you, and one day, become the light for someone else. Guidance multiplies when it's shared. Purpose is the compass that keeps your guidance steady. Without purpose, it's easy to wander aimlessly, even when opportunities surround you. When you understand your why, every decision begins to align with clarity. Purpose doesn't always arrive with a loud announcement. It's something you discover through your experiences, your passions, and your willingness to serve others. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about walking in the direction that feels right and meaningful. The moment you begin to live with intention, guidance follows naturally. Life supports those who move with purpose, because purpose gives meaning to every step you take. Guidance teaches us to trust the journey, even when the road winds through uncertainty. There will be moments when the path feels unclear, when your progress feels slow, or when you question whether you're on the right track. But often, the detours and delays are part of your preparation. What seems like a setback today might be positioning you for something far greater tomorrow. Guidance doesn't remove the challenges. It helps you navigate through them with faith and patience. So when life feels uncertain, breathe and trust that you are exactly where you need to be for now. In a world full of noise, silence can feel uncomfortable, but it's in silence that guidance speaks the loudest. When you slow down and quiet your mind, clarity begins to rise to the surface. Silence gives you room to hear your intuition, to sense direction without distraction. Many answers you've been searching for are already within you. You just need stillness to uncover them. Don't mistake quiet moments for emptiness. They are the space where insight grows and where you reconnect with what truly matters. Patience is one of the hardest lessons in guidance. It teaches us that not everything will happen on our timeline, and that's okay. Growth takes time. Progress takes persistence. Guidance sometimes delays the outcome so that we can strengthen our character along the way. When you learn to wait without losing hope, you become unstoppable. Every pause, every delay, every moment of waiting builds the foundation for what's coming next. Remember, the right things will come at the right time. Sometimes, guidance comes in the form of closed doors. It's painful when plans fail or opportunities disappear. But often, that's life's way of redirecting you to something better. Every no has a purpose. Every closed door protects you from what isn't meant for your growth. You may not understand it now, but with time, you'll see how everything worked out for your good. When one door closes, don't stare at it too long. Turn around, take a deep breath, and walk toward the next opportunity that's waiting for you. Failure isn't the end. It's a form of direction. Every mistake you make points out what needs to change and how you can grow stronger. The world's most successful people failed more times than they succeeded, but they never stopped learning. Failure refines your purpose and strengthens your guidance. It humbles you, shapes your resilience, and prepares you for the success that lasts. Instead of fearing failure, see it as your teacher. Every setback carries wisdom, and every fall teaches you how to rise with more determination. Guidance often leads us through challenges not to break us, but to build resilience. Life will test your patience, your hope, and your belief in yourself. But each time you choose to stand back up, you prove that strength isn't found in perfection. It's found in persistence. Resilience turns pain into progress. It turns uncertainty into understanding. When you're guided by resilience, you no longer fear the storms. You trust that you'll grow through them. The stronger your spirit becomes, the clearer your path will be. Guidance doesn't only tell you where to go, it also teaches you what to release. Holding on to what's no longer serving you keeps you stuck in the past. True direction comes when you have the courage to let go of anger, regret, and the need for control. Letting go makes room for clarity, peace, and new beginnings. When you surrender what you can't change, you free yourself to embrace what you can. Guidance isn't about holding tightly. It's about flowing with purpose and trusting that better things are on the way. To follow guidance, you must first know yourself. Self-awareness is the mirror that reflects truth. It shows your strengths, your weaknesses, and your potential. The more you understand yourself, the easier it becomes to recognize the direction meant for you. Take time to look within and ask, what do I truly want? What kind of life feels aligned with who I am? When you lead with self-awareness, every step becomes intentional. You stop chasing what isn't meant for you and begin to walk confidently toward what is. Gratitude sharpens your sense of direction. When you're thankful for where you are, you open yourself to even greater possibilities. Guidance flows more freely when you focus on appreciation rather than frustration. Gratitude turns confusion into clarity. It reminds you of how far you've already come. The more grateful you are, the more you begin to see how every step, even the hard ones, brought you closer to purpose. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a compass that points toward peace. Love is one of the most powerful guides in life. It teaches compassion, patience, and the importance of connection. When you make choices rooted in love for yourself, others, and your purpose, your direction becomes clear. Love eliminates confusion because it aligns you with what's right and meaningful. The guidance that comes from love leads to fulfillment, not fear. Walk your path with kindness and empathy, and you'll never truly lose your way. Sometimes, the best guidance comes when we serve others. Helping someone else find their path often gives us perspective on our own. Service brings humility, purpose, and joy. It reminds us that our actions have meaning beyond ourselves. When you give, you grow. The guidance you offer to others becomes the same light that guides you forward. Life has a way of rewarding those who lift others along the way. Before moving forward, take time to reflect on how far you've come. Reflection brings gratitude, clarity, and renewed direction. It helps you see patterns, recognize lessons, and prepare for what's next. Many people rush through life without looking back, missing the wisdom hidden in their journey. But reflection allows you to turn your experiences into guidance for the future. Look back, not with regret, but with appreciation. For every step has brought you here, stronger and wiser than before. The ultimate source of guidance lies within you. While others can inspire and direct you, only you can choose your path. You carry a light inside, your conscience, intuition, and wisdom that knows the way. When you quiet your doubts and trust that inner spark, you align with your true direction. You don't need to have all the answers to begin. You just need faith in your light to keep going. The more you trust it, the brighter it becomes. In the end, guidance isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about growing, learning, and evolving along the way. Every moment of confusion, every question, and every lesson has led you to this point. Now, with new clarity, you walk forward not because you know exactly what's ahead, but because you trust yourself to navigate it. The road will continue to unfold, and your light will continue to guide you. So keep walking, keep believing, and remember, true guidance is not found outside of you. It begins within.